What did the Chiefs' narrow win over the Aaron Rodgers-less Packers tell you?
That they're not what they used to be. I'm not seeing Tyreek Hill gain the separation that he used to get. I'm not seeing anybody else truly stepping up. Don't see much of a running game. Don't see much in the form of weapons outside of Kelsey and Tyreek Hill. The innovative play calling that Eric Bieniemy and Andy Reid has been praised for time and time again. They seem a bit more nervous and less secure than they have in the past. The defense, don't give me the defense yesterday. I could care less. Congratulations to holding the Green Bay Packers to 7 points. You better had, because Jordan Love clearly wasn't ready. That's not to throw any shade on him. It was his first start. We understand this. The NFL is a different level. We wish him nothing but the best, and I think as time goes on, we'll see him continue to develop and get better and what have you. But there was a lot of throws that he missed. There were a few times where he seemed a bit nervous and then over his head. And Kansas City's defense, recognizing that they were going up against a novice, performed the way that they were supposed to perform. But as far as I'm concerned, the fact that you want to give Green Bay Packers defense props for holding Kansas City to 13 points,
and that's the kick.
I'm cool with that. The problem is, we've been lamenting what we've been seeing from Kansas City's offense for weeks, long before the Green Bay Packers ever arrived yesterday. And that's why they're more of a story than Green Bay's defense is being more the story. In the end, I just think that we've learned that Kansas City, we just look at a team that obviously has the capability of making noise on any given Sunday playmaker. But I'm of the mindset that there's not a lot of reason to stick out your chest and have a lot of confidence in the Kansas City Chiefs offense. They are not the juggernaut that they once were.
And no matter what they say, and I hear Patrick Mahomes, I hear what you're saying, until they get in a game and drop about 40 on somebody, they are not confident in that offense, because that's what they used to do. That's what they're used to doing. And putting up 20 points to barely beat the Giants, putting up 13 points to beat a Green Bay Packers team without Aaron Rodgers does not give you that confidence back. So, and when I watch, and I was in Kansas City, man, and we were having lunch, me and Tony Gonzalez, we were eating, and we were all trying to figure out what's going on and figure out the problems in Kansas City. And the problems are they cannot score like they used to, and when they take their time trying to matriculate the ball, they're just not scary. They're not scary. So, yeah, that's a good win for them, but I guarantee you, still, I don't think Kansas City Chiefs are going anywhere this year. I think they, I just don't think they're even making the playoffs.
Can I ask you a question?
You don't think they make the playoffs?
I don't even think they make the playoffs.
See, I think they'll find a way to squeeze into the playoffs. I think they'll find a way to squeeze into the playoffs. I wouldn't go that far. I just don't think they're going. This is the reigning two-time defending AFC champions. I don't think they're coming out of the AFC this year.
If I had seen an offensive outburst anywhere in these last couple of weeks, that would give me something to say, they're back. They're back. Yeah. But I haven't seen it. And I still see the struggles. And yeah, they're doing things. First couple passes behind line of scrimmage, they're trying to matriculate the ball down the field. But I guarantee you, when they get in a situation or play a better team than they played these last couple of weeks.
I know we need to get to break, but really quickly, is it more confidence or is it talent for you at this point for this offense and Patrick Mahomes?
Man, these two intertwine in such an incredible way. Because when you're talented as they are and you've had such success, the confidence raised and you feel invincible. Then you go in and you can't find that success again. It becomes a confidence.
So that tells me it's confidence.
Guys, I don't think things have been the same since the Super Bowl. If they had lost, that happens. But to get beat up the way that they did in the Super Bowl, Tampa Bay gave it to them. I'm talking about physically. They gave it to them.
And Mahomes played well in that game.
Yeah, well, he didn't play well. It's just that it wasn't his fault that they didn't play well because he was injured and he had no help. Because guys weren't getting open. And the offensive line.
It wasn't.
So now they said, you know what? Apply pressure to this brother. Yeah. All right. And Key on Tyreek Hill and dare somebody else to beat you, and folks are having problems doing that. And Tyreek Hill isn't getting the separation on a regular that he once did. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.